Royals Hall of Famer Willie Wilson is here with just some great former Major League All-Stars. I mean, you've got Freddie Patek, Amos Otis, Willie, Mickey Cobb, the trainer.
Oh, yeah.
John Mayberry. Frank White's here, of course. And just a great event here tonight. And we're actually in a pretty good ball game. The T-Bones are up 8-0 as we sit here now. But what does it mean to you, Willie, just to be around these guys? And it's been fun for me just to watch you guys interact a little bit. We didn't mention Hal McRae is here as well, but just being around these guys again and reliving some of the stories, I guess.
Well, for me, I'm the 23-year-old rookie that still came up. You know, I'm the last guy. And so when I get around those guys, they're telling me what to do. Go here, get me that. You know, I'm still the gopher, man. I still go do things for them. But, you know, it's fun, and that means that they let me into their world. I mean, I came into their world and as a young man, and so they still let me in, and so it's kind of fun, and it's really great to see them. And, you know, I'm glad to see everybody healthy. Which is a big key. We're all getting a little older right now, and I'm pushing 2 more years, 3 more years. I'll be 60, so you know, and I know they're older than me, so I'm glad everybody's healthy, man. But I just love seeing those guys and the stories they tell, and it's just great to be around them.
Well, and I told somebody a little bit ago, it looks like you could still play.
Don't let the outside fool you. I can't play anymore. My mind wouldn't let me get there. I'd work out, but I just couldn't really play mentally. I'm just too tired, and I'm probably not ready for it mentally.
Now, part of the reason you guys are here is to salute to the All-Stars from the T-Bones. And as you think about your couple All-Star memories, what comes to mind for you?
Well, first All-Star memory comes to mind is Montreal, Canada. And still losing to the National League for about the umpteenth time. And the second one was Chicago, and we finally beat the National League. And we had a catcher on our team that used to play for the Cardinals, I think, and then he ended up with the Milwaukee, Ted Simmons, and he was telling us how much the National League disrespected us. Because in those days, you stayed on the same team year after year after year, and you know, National League against American League, it was really fueled by that. You know, we were the junior circuit, and we just finally got tired of it. And Freddie Lynn hit a grand slam that game, and I really remember that game is because I finally got a hit in the All-Star game, and so I ended up being 1 for 3. With 1 RBI, so 333 isn't bad.
Now, one of the other videos we have on here is Amos Otis, and I know AO was big in your career, and Frank and I have talked about Frank taking over for Cookie years ago, and just how that transition went. What was that transition like for you? Because I've said this many times, AO was my guy, and suddenly here comes Willie taking his spot out in center field.
Well, it wasn't pretty, I can tell you that. Odie didn't like it, and I frankly didn't like it. You know, I was playing left, and Whitey Herzog was the guy who said, you know, I want you to go to center field. And we tried it for a while. I went to center for a few games, and Amos was in left. And we were in Baltimore one day, and a guy hit a ball, and it was a looper, and he thought he hit it hard, and he went back, and it fell in front of him. Then the next guy hit a ball over his head, and he picked it up and threw it. Then the next thing, you know, he kicked his glove. You know, he just kicked it. And, you know, I can see the frustration on his face. So for me, I went back into Whitey Herzog's office, and I said, you know, Whitey, I can play left. You know, I don't think, you know, Amos can cover center, and if, you know, he can't cover it, I'll cover it for him. But I didn't want – and we went to the World Series. And because of Amos going back to center field. And, you know, A.O. taught me a lot of stuff, and he didn't have to do it, but he didn't want me to embarrass center field because he said eventually you're going to be here. So he taught me a lot of things, and can't just tell you how much it meant to me.
Now, coming up here in just a few weeks, August 11th out here at CommunityAmerica, it's called the Willie Wilson Classic, but I call it the Old Timers Game, as we've done that several times. But you know, Amos said, you know, I'm waiting on Willie to invite me out, and he'll be out here.
Well, you know, we're not inviting them this year. We're inviting some other guys that we hadn't had here before, like Mark Whitten, hard-hitting Mark Whitten, Jody Davis from the Chicago Cubs. So we're trying to get different guys in here, and once we get as many different guys as we can, then we'll go back, if we can, to the older guys. But AO is he's always welcome, and but, you know, sometimes you don't know whether he's joking or he's serious.
Exactly. So that's August 11th.
August 11th.
Right here.
Right here at the T-Bone Stadium. And if you're a sponsor and you want to play with 14 other ex-major leaguers, give us a call and, you know, just let the T-Bones know or WillieWilsonBaseball.org know.